Hello, coucou, salut, bonjour. Welcome to my blog post. This is the second one that I have done, and yeah, I thought that it would be fun to share the differences that I've noticed so far between Switzerland and where I'm from in America, the West Coast, Oregon to be specific. So, I am in Switzerland, the place where stores all close at like 5 o'clock. No places open up on the weekends besides like gas pumps. Um, the malls here are, not as big as America, and people don't know who Kim Kardashian is. No, which is great. It's so funny. The differences have been many, nothing huge. It's not like I moved to Africa or Japan, but the differences have been many small differences, which is so fun because it's like this is exactly what I wanted to see, a whole new culture, a whole new way of life, and the Swiss people are just fantastic. I have loved every minute of my stay here so far. It's been a little over a month, and the typical au pair adjustments that I've been through, getting to know the kids, the language barrier, they are doing so great. They're so smart. The kids already speak, French and German and Swiss German, and they're picking up English really fast. They're little sponges. I am trying to work on my French. It took me like a week to learn how to say caramel and carrots, but I can say those now with minor confidence. And the parents they only talk French to me now, unless I like have a very, specific question. They'll let me know what the translation is. But yeah, I'm full immersion, and hopefully I can learn French soon. I begin my French course in a couple days, so I can start to piece together all the words that I've learned. I've learned a lot already just from, like you have to learn. You can't not learn. So yeah, the differences are, the technology is a difference that I wasn't expecting because I feel like America is very well known for being a technology mecca. But I think that has more to do with the phones and probably the phones and the cars, and we have gadgets, but gadgets and household improvements, like more futuristic stuff, isn't as common. And I feel like in Switzerland, the level of like standard, like where multiple classes will have the same thing is different. So everybody here, every house that I've seen so far has, like the appliances and the logical modern household things that make sense. Like the toilets here are all different. They use much less water than we do, and they all have like the buttons on the wall. You don't have like the little lever that you push. The fridges the American fridges, like the American huge fridges, they are very different than the European fridges. In Europe, the houses are smaller, but they use the space they have much better. So, they are full on like IKEA storage. Everything has its place, and that place is for that thing, and it works, and it's happy, and everyone's happy. Everyone, they like their robots here. Like the lawnmowers here are automatic. They're like Roombas, like the fancy little vacuum cleaners that go around your floor. They have those for the grass, and it's so cool. And I hear that they also have them for windows. It incorporates like magnets or something, but it's so cool. And these are things that are really cool to me. But then, that I'm a foreigner here, and that's different too because I've never been a foreigner before. I've only ever been around people that are like me. And so it's been fun I think it's been fun for the people that I'm around because they get to see, they get to see their country through the eyes of a foreigner, and it's, things that they have been so used to that they don't think it's cool. And then, it's just so fun. I love the whole culture sharing. Um, I'm trying to share my phrases. I didn't realize how many phrases we had in America. Like, I feel like pop culture and phrases and, just the way we talk sometimes is a whole other language opposed to just English, There's like basic English and then there's like integrated English, modern like English with the slang and, we have a lot of words that we use. And so, that's been an adjustment too, and just the technology. There are so many old buildings here, like castles, like legitimate castles from medieval times, something that you'd see out of like Game of Thrones or something. So these buildings are just, ancient. And they're just no big deal. People around here think it's just another castle, no big deal. To me, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's castles, and this wall is so old, and cobblestone streets, and and it's so cool. And then there's some differences that people told me that I would experience, but I haven't really experienced them. I feel like people, they always have their opinions and they say things and they don't really know. They've heard it and they think, oh, it must be true. The cars here are not all really small. They have the same cars that we do. I kept hearing like, oh, you're going to see these really tiny cars, and we have tiny cars in America too. They're the little smart cars, but I see just the same sedans and, there's no trucks. We don't have pickup trucks here in Switzerland, but, I see Fords and Audis and Mercedes and the same cars. There's also foreign cars that I haven't seen before, but they're the same sizes. There are the cars that are really small, but typically I've only seen the sedans. So that was one thing that I was expecting to see that I didn't see. And yeah, it's just everything is very logical here, and the people are so nice and honest. I mean, it's so different because it's such a small country, and it's a lot easier, I think, for the country to be run smoothly all the time and have accountability for all of its inhabitants because it is so small. And America is this gigantic country. And that being said, for people back at home, no matter what your political views are, you need to have respect for the president because that is such a hard job. I cannot even imagine. I mean, I didn't think America was small, but after coming to Switzerland, I mean, it's such a huge country. It is a gigantic country. We have 50 states. The one state out of 50 that I'm from, Oregon, is bigger than Switzerland as a country. It's mind-boggling to think about how big America is. And we have one president. But Switzerland has one president, but they basically have 7 because they have this like big board of I was explained that they practically have 7 presidents. And I know we have like, we have governors in every state, and we have the Senate, which is, we have a lot of support, but still, that's a huge job. So that was one perspective that I've gained in my month and my month and a week here so far. Other differences. Again, all the stores close here. I was like, oh, I want to go to the mall on Sunday, and they were like, oh, Hannah, the mall's closed on Sunday. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so weird. And the grocery stores, like, they close at like 5:30. So if you want, like, to go to get a bag of chips at the local grocery store at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock on a Friday or Saturday, you can't because they're closed. And they're not even open on Sundays. Nothing is open on Sundays. It's so crazy. So those are fun differences, and again with the honesty, like you could lose something in the street, and there is a 90% probability that somebody will try their hardest to find where this missing thing goes. And like the next day, you'll probably have someone knocking on your door saying, "Does this belong to you?" It's crazy. People here are so honest and happy, and they're very happy. They get time off from work. I mean, the lowest legal amount of time off that you have to have is 4 weeks, which was crazy to me. I've never even thought about that as a possibility until I had been in a job for like 50 years. I mean, it's like not really, but I don't know, it's just like the work-life balance is very good here. People are, spending time with their families and going out and exploring their countries. And it's so cheap to travel here in Europe. I'm gonna go to London in a couple weeks. It was so cheap. And then, you know, like you can just hop on a train, but it's cheaper to fly. And I think I'll post some travel blog posts later with like tips and tricks, and I'll also post au pair, more specific au pair blogs. But this video is just me trying to go over some fun differences. And it's funny because the Swiss are like very proud to be Swiss. They're like, yeah, it's Switzerland, made in Switzerland. And we are in America too. Like we have the American flag everywhere. Same in Switzerland. They have the Swiss flag everywhere. Everyone's very proud. And everyone here that I've talked to has like been like, in America, we are such a melting pot of culture. Like I am not even close to a third of one thing. I have like 5 different, you know, genes in me. I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know, we have a saying in America, are you Heinz 57? Which is just, you know, ketchup, but there's 57 ingredients, and I feel like we all have like at least 5 different genetics in us. And all of the Swiss that I've talked to, they're all like 100% Swiss. Like they're not half German, half, you know, whatever. They're Swiss. So that was kind of fun for me because I've never known anybody really, like, I mean, I've known some people that are 100% what they are, but it's very rare, I think. And so that was fun. And back to the, you know, everything's made in Switzerland. So there's like Coca-Cola and McDonald's here, but it's made in Switzerland, not in America. So the ingredient list on the Coca-Cola bottle was much shorter than the one back in America, and all over the bottle they had made in Switzerland, made in Switzerland, made in Switzerland. And so it's fun. They're like, yeah, they're very happy. And there's other differences too that I've seen, but I can't think of everything right now. I will post another, probably a written blog where I talk about even more differences. But yeah, I'm very happy here, and I'm excited for what is yet to come, because it's been such an adventure. And yeah, so every day is new. Experiences await me every day. And yeah, hope you have a great day. I've had a great day. I will talk to you later. Au revoir, à tout à l'heure. Tschüss. And anyways, I will say goodbye to you all. Goodbye.